Hello and welcome to today's episode of The View on Wednesday, June 27, 1990. As most of you know, my name is Yesenia. Next to me we have Ashley.
Hello.
Jessica.
Hi there.
And last but not least, Justine.
Hey.
So Jessica, how are you twins doing?
Oh, they're doing good. You know, Liam and Ryan, they're learning how to sleep through the night, and Justin and I are trying to get back to sleeping through the night, even though getting up 3 times a night isn't fun for either one of us.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're doing good, but we just want more sleep.
That's good.
So our main topic today is about the Supreme Court case ruling of the Cruzan versus Director Missouri Health Department case, which was ruled on Monday, June 25th, 1990.
The 5-4 vote was very interesting because, you know, I would have thought they would have ruled in favor of the family, but, you know.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Missouri Health Department because it did not violate the 14th Amendment, denying the liberties to a person. Maybe that's why.
True, but the craziest thing about it is, like, they instated something called the Right to Die movement, which I was like, what? So, but it's not, I know my first thought too was they're giving people the right to commit suicide, but basically if you're in a comatose state and it was by a natural cause, you can do this. You have this option, but if not, if it was like in a car crash or so, I guess you still have to go through the natural stages and tests.
Yeah.
Nancy Cruzan was in PVS, and her family believed that they had the right to decide what was best for her, but her surviving relatives did not get what they wanted.
Oh, you mean persistent vegetative state, right, Justine?
Yes.
When ruling this, finally God said, you have to remember, the family and husband of Nancy have been dealing with this tragedy for 7 years when Cruzan lost control of her vehicle that night in January. But now, even though she's in a comatose state and, you know, she's not able to talk, and she's been like that for so long, she is actually considered a political figure for this newly instated Right to Die movement.
Awesome, actually.
Yeah, if you think about it, I mean, you're not doing anything, but yet you're considered something,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that notion is true, but what is also stunning about this case is that the real reason her family lost the case is because there was no clear and convincing evidence demonstrating that she would have wanted the plug to be pulled earlier. I mean, if this family had the type of documentation, there would have not been that much heartache, and there would be peace, and the loss could have been done earlier.
Yeah, but, you know, whether or not there's evidence about it, you would expect that the family would have the best interest of their kin. I mean, oh yeah, I'm going to make sure they die because I never really liked them at the end. I'm like, come on now, people.
Yeah.
Your family's going to have the best interest for you no matter what.
But there are regulations within hospitals about who can decide and how long they must wait and test.
It should be on the next of kin to the person, but you're right by saying that everyone has regulations, but I just think it's fishy.
I think many people will take this case as an example of wanting to leave wills earlier, so in case tragedy does strike, family members do know how to tend to the needs of the other family members.
Very true. And what's necessary to remember about this is that when we started talking about this 6 months ago, people just believed, oh yeah, you know, the next of kin is always going to do the right thing. The doctors really shouldn't have a say in it. But the doctors are going to be the ones that tell you, hey, you know, your family member has that 85% chance of surviving. But, you know, in the back of your mind, you are thinking, yeah, there's 15% chance that they're not going to survive, but which would you rather risk? I'd rather put the 85% chance personally, but 15% chance is still quite a lot.
Of course, I mean,
For a
if you really
comatose state.
love that person, then, you know.
You want what's best for them.
Yeah.
What I think needs to be understood from this case is that no one can ever truly be ready to lose anyone. It may be in an instant or even 7 years.
We all gotta admit that the case of Cruzan versus Missouri was a tragedy. No one denies that. That has given not only headache to the Cruzan clan, but has made many people actually rethink about the options when the doctors end up giving their family members.
With the right to die clause now intended, many patients can acknowledge that there are multiple options for when a person is in comatose state.
Yeah, this will certainly change the way people take actions upon now in hospitals and settings like this.
Coming up after these commercials, more hot topics, including
The hottest day recorded in Arizona at a whopping 122 degrees.
Radio stations boycotting Katie Lang after an anti-meat ad.
Ooh.
Ooh, wow. And after a bad fall, is Hottie from New Kids on the Block, Donnie Wahlberg, actually okay? I mean, I felt bad for him though I'm married, but...
He's so cute. We all gotta admit that. Don't tell my
Even.
husband.